Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Canon, EOS photographer Randall and Rueff. Today is Friday, March the 7th, 2014 AD, and today in this video I'm going to talk to you about the 28 to 300mm Canon EOS lens. That's right, this is the lens of my dreams, one I can't currently afford because it's like $2,800, $2,500, anyway, I can't afford it. But let me talk about it. 28 to 300mm. One, I have a 28 to 300mm. It's a Phoenix. It's not built as well. The optics aren't good. The glass isn't good. It's not as sturdy built. It's not as weather resistant. Basically, it's just not as good a lens as this. Having said that, it's still not a bad lens. But let me tell you why I want the 28 to 300 from Canon. One, it's heavier duty. It's built out of better materials. To start off with. Yes, that makes it a little bit heavier, but I don't gripe about that because I know it's better. Two, it's got better glass, which means better optics, better pictures. Three, it's faster because it's made by Canon. You know, it's just faster. Glass is better. The materials are higher quality. It's got some features that I don't have in the Phoenix 2300 I have. For example, doesn't have image stabilization. Can't even talk. Image stabilization. Doesn't have that. Canon not only has this 2300mm, not only has image stabilization, which you can turn on and off, it has more than one mode. So there's that. It does have an autofocus and manual focus on my Phoenix, which Canon also has. So you can do autofocus or manual. And then it also has a feature which some people like, some people don't like, and that is the focal length. For example, if you're going to be, you're going to be shooting close to a subject, you can set it so it only focuses in that close distance, or if you know you're going to be focusing a long distance, you can set it so it's focusing quicker to the farther away distance, which decreases your focus time if you know you're going to be doing either short focus or far away focus. So that's an option. Some people don't like that function because they think, you know, but anyway, if you're doing close up, it will speed up your time. If you're doing far away focus and you set the far away focus, it will speed up your focus time. So there are advantages to it. Okay, the price is a downfall, $2,500 to $2,800 depending on where you get it. So that's really the only downfall as far as I'm concerned. It takes a 77 millimeter UV filter or whatever filters you want to put on the front of the lens. I always get a UV 0, which is nothing. It's just basically a piece of glass. It doesn't add to or subtract anything from light. It's just something there to protect it on the front end. Because if you break the filter, it's, you know, $5 to $10. If you break the lens, it's $2,500. Not fun. Anyway, it also has a tripod adapter that's removable. So if you're going to put it on a tripod, you put the weight on the lens and not the camera, which is good for a lens this heavy. You don't want to put this lens on a camera and then mount your camera to the tripod. The weight of the lens could stretch the metal if it's a rugged enough situation. So you want to put your camera, attach your camera to the lens and put the weight on the lens. Next, the push-pull. Some people don't like the push-pull. Some people prefer the twist. The only real difference here is, as far as I'm concerned, is the fact that you're actually letting, with the push-pull, you're actually letting air into and out of the lens. Every time you extend it or compress it, the length of it, air is moving in and out. So there's a possibility of dirt and dust. But I'll be honest, I've got the Phoenix 28 to 300mm. That's a lesser quality lens in every way, and that has not been a problem. That's not a problem at all. So I can only imagine with the Canon, unless you're shooting in deserts all the time, or in the swamp all the time, you know, unless you're in a place where it's really, really wet, or really, really sandy, or really, really dirty all the time, in extreme, that's really not going to be a problem. Because like I said, as long as assuming you take care of your lens. So I've had my Phoenix 2300. I take care of it. I put it if it's not attached to the camera, which is very seldom, it's got the lens caps with the hood cap on. It's in my camera bag, safely put away so it won't get damaged. And normally it's attached to my camera because that's my only lens that I really use. So if you take good care of it, it will last a long time. And that's the one generic Phoenix one. So I can only imagine that the Canon lens is going to be even that much better. Next, some people just prefer twist instead of push-pull. Is the physical motion. To me, that's not a big deal. I don't know why people make a big motion out of whether it's a twist or push-pull. Other than the aforementioned air getting in. When you have a twist lens, you normally don't have to do that. I'll admit, I would like to see a 2300 or say a 2500 or 2500, a 25 to 500. That's what I'd love to have. But with a twist, so it doesn't. So all the internal functions, or all the magnifications are done internally. So the physical size of the lens doesn't change. That would be nice. I have to admit, that would be cool. I'd also like to have a 25 to 500 that had a 2-time magnification option and a macro option built in. They've got a 1.4 teleconverter and 2 lenses now, where it has a bump on the side of the lens where you can activate it or not activate it. And I think a 2-time teleconverter where they can activate it or not activate it. And then on the other side of the lens had some macro settings would be awesome. So you had macro here. In other words, you could do different macro settings, 3 or 4, maybe even 5 macro settings on one side, or have none, or have your 2-time teleconverter on the other side. So I think there's a lot of things they could do. I like the 28 to 300, but I would like to see a 25 to 500. That would be my ideal lens. I mean, if I was designing something that wasn't going to be enormous, because I mean, I'm sure that's going to have to be bigger than what this is. Nonetheless, I think they could do it, and I would like to see them do it with the specifications I just mentioned. So this is, however, right now, reality, 2300 millimeter is the lens of my dreams. That's real. It actually exists. So this is the lens I want. I'm happy with the 2300 I've got. That's from Phoenix. It's just I would like to be able to get one from Canon, because the focus will be better. It'll be faster, be crisper images, because the lens is better, the optics are better, the glass is better, everything about the lens is better, so I can do better pictures faster if I had a Canon lens. And that's why I want it. Because at the end of the day, I don't want a lens that looks good on the camera for style reasons. I want one that takes better pictures, is faster, more responsive, and I get better pictures with. So that's why I want it. So until next time, I'm Ken Neal for Randall Rueff. Saying thanks for watching. Have a good day. And God bless you. As always, no matter what lens or camera you have, keep taking those pictures. Goodbye.